And good evening. This is the Elliott Wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Thursday, June 16th, 2022. I'm going to start off by saying that Monday is a market holiday. It is Juneteenth, and it was officially recognized last year as a federal holiday. And so therefore, we have June the 20th, the markets will be closed here in the US. There will be a normal Globex session on Sunday. At least from my understanding. I believe the CME will have a regular, and that is, of course, where the NASDAQ and the S&P trade. So I expect that the futures will be open, and I will check in. I will look to see how the markets are going to treat themselves on Sunday, and if necessary, I'll make an update. Otherwise, markets close here on Monday. We'll have a normal start to Globex on Monday to Tuesday. So I will again take a look and include an update on Monday. So today, it kind of was a nice slow walk down. The markets initially attempted to pick up the rally, as I suppose the overnight orders for the interest rate cut is done and we're just in love and everything's fine. So we're just going to put some more money in now. And it's like, okay. So they took it up a little bit and then it just began to solidly drop. And so this was overnight. Here was us trying to get those orders in, had to buy it. And then we just actually then followed suit all the way into the close, coming right after the bell, but everything seems to be corrective on the upside, and so we're working our way down. So what I have done as well is I've changed the internal count a little bit, that I thought this could be, if I had labeled this subminute 3 here, subminute 4 here, and then put the subminute 5 along with the minute 3 here, leaving this label to be minute 4, putting us in a minute 5th wave, and thus then in a very strong position to finish this in larger count. One additional thing, I'm going to go back out to that daily. Sorry. I did change the internal count of this third wave. And so instead of this being -1 and this is -2 and we're in that -3, I believe we're still in a third wave, hands down, but it is on a minute level. And I put it back up to here where it's 1, 2, nice subdivided minor wave 3, minor wave 4. And so we're in that 5th wave. And why I made this change, and I'm making this more of a 5th, because we are very close to targets that I am associating with the completion point for a primary degree A wave, the beginning, that first wave on primary degree. And we're now honing in and getting close. So we still can have quite a humdinger of a 5th wave. But at least I'm thinking now we have the 1, 2, 3 complete, 4 complete into the 5th. That can switch around, but that's what I'm laying out today. Within that, it's really turning into a more extended 5th, as I had been suggesting. So what I believe we may have seen now, again, this high, this is where I'm putting the completion point for wave 4, not here. This is a tail on a tail, and these were like wicked moves, but you can see the closes of the bars bring us up to this high, which did nothing more than just equal what came before. So I'm putting it at 11,731.50 for the high of this subminute wave 4. Then we start to come down. So at best, 1, 2. And now we're starting to 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like, if that is indeed what it is, and it's just a pattern, it's just a pattern, and that pattern can change because it's still trading and it'll pick up trading again at 6 o'clock Eastern. So much more can happen. But right here, we did come down. We did break below 11,093. That was a support. That's the 50% support. which again, now if this is the fifth wave, it can fit cleaner. It can fit cleaner to come in, not super long. And that was the other concern that I had, that if this was counting as minor 1, and this is minor 2, that minor third wave had to get down to here because it had to at least equal the minor 1. And then as I'm counting, I'm like, well, I'm getting, a pretty decent 5 waves. And once I get that fifth wave, I would be expecting a little bit larger of a bounce. So I switched it around. Again, fluid and staying fluid is going to be important because I may switch again, but it doesn't affect the downside slope of this market at the moment. It doesn't affect the overall analysis, which continues to include that we could go sub 10,000 before this is over. And we then begin to move higher in what I will be looking at as a B wave on a primary degree. So it should be of decent size because the decline thus far, has been of decent size. If we drop in total about 7,000 points, that's pretty good for a wave A. And then we get a B wave, and then we get another crushing C wave. And so things are still on schedule to have this little bit longer corrective phase going on, because I need to just also explain as we move up, if the intermediate degree is finished with its A wave on a primary degree, the primary degree still has a B wave and a C wave decline, and that's only going to then probably finish up cycle wave A. So this could go on. That's why I tell you it could take a while. And this is why I've been talking about the fact that this particular correction can go out much further than I believe people will anticipate. And so we can't hurry a lot of things that take time to filter through our systems. And what I'm referring to is systems economically, systems that are within how we all live and business, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of this needs to just all filter through, be dealt with, et cetera. And then we get to move to a different level. But right now, we're still in this figuring it out part. I do think that for tomorrow, it's expiration, and it's that big, massive expiration. And once again, we have seen the market truly just kind of slide through some more strikes. I just want to bring one Apple actually up to just show on the June 17th, that's what expires tomorrow. It's the big quarterly. It's a bigger expiration. And it is getting very interesting. Now, they got it to close at 1:30, but you can see what's trading. You can see open interest. There's a lot of interest here in Apple, and check out the stock. So Apple is one of those where there's been large positions that will look to come off tomorrow. And so that's money leaving, kind of just, okay, settling out. And where it goes, I don't know, but it's just being settled. So Apple is one, and where I saw that pick up today. And if you're an option trader of note, somebody walked in early and bought the June 127 straddle 20,000 times. So big positions, big things being moved around. So again, here we are in the puts, 36,000, 37,000 of the 125 puts. It's a lot. That's a lot. And so we're seeing adjustments being made. Back in our NASDAQ world, I think we definitely are likely going to continue to head lower. And I am going to, again, come on, just be based on what I said, that this is truly just looking like 1-2-1-2. Now, even so, this can't go above there. So if it's going to decline, it's got to do it pretty much from here. And it's going to start probably in Globex. But we'll wait and see. In any case, it does appear that it can really drop again. It was a slow, steady walk down. That's our next level. Again, talking about how we get into these black holes here, we would be dropping into this one. And you can see I have to go all the way back to September of 2020. to find support, and it's right there at that fib level. So this one I have a little bit more attachment to in that we could stop. It could finish this particular wave, and maybe we start a little bit stronger B wave and or just a corrective bounce and then additional decline. Ultimately, I continue to look at these lower levels, but this is ultimately where I feel that wave A, primary wave A, will complete there or be put in, and then we'll move into a primary B wave, which is the one I keep talking about as being a nice, strong, tradable. If you're a position trader, you're going to love it because you just kind of put on some long positions and you just walk them up. That's when I think that will happen. And again, so it'll be, since it's a B wave, we know that it's like, well, it's a folly. It's just going to go on. It's going to, however it's going to be built, whatever it's going to happen. It's like, it'll be there. We'll all smile. We'll all be happy. And then we'll get a C wave down that'll crush everybody all over again. So, but that's all out there. Right now, tomorrow, expiration, big. So I don't know, but my gut tells me that we're likely going to see stronger moves like we did today in terms, I think, to the downside. Most of the bounces today were very predictable, and they were three waves, and that was pretty clear. And as long as that pattern remains in, then the trend is still pushing us lower. And so I need to see some changes in terms of what I'm be looking for. And it's not to see three waves. It's to see a 5-wave build and do it quick. That's going to be more intensive. And it's going to give us that V type of a bottom, actually. So it's like, if we can get one of that, then you're going to notice that it should be sustainable. In other words, we go up in 5, we may pull back a little bit, but we'll be looking for an additional few legs higher. Okay. So tomorrow, be careful. Moving averages continue to come into play, particularly on the shorter time frames, the 1 minute, the 2, the 5, the 15. But here on the hourly, we're in alignment, totally in alignment to go down. The 4 reacts to all of the upside as it should. Going out to the daily again is all totally. The 4's heading sharply lower, the 8's lower. Directionally, the 20 directionally is pointing lower, the 50 gaining up the speed on the lower, and now the 200 is turning a little bit more aggressively lower. So the daily continues to give us confirmation of this downside. And until we start to really see a turn of some strength, again, that V bottom type of a turn, producing 5 waves, I believe that this is the shape that we're going to be in. So support-wise, 10,647, that's really what's up next. I know we're above that 11,093. In fact, we're almost 100 points above. But to tell you the truth, folks, you saw what they could do today. There's no reason why that wouldn't just repeat itself. And plus, we had Adobe disappointed. So not that it carries the heaviest weighting in the NASDAQ, but what else will it take with it? So below 1,650, 10,650, we have 10,320, 10,013, and then we get another black hole. And that's where it would drop to 9205-ish. And that's pretty severe. And from this, and including all of this, I can't say it can't happen, because if they truly just if things just fall out of control, I don't know, anything can happen. So I'm going to leave it right there. Trade well, trade smart. Don't get married to any side. Continue to play the price action. If the price action is pointing lower and the volume and everything else is telling you lower, go with it. Tomorrow's expiration, I believe, no doubt, will control what takes place. All right. So again, markets are closed on Monday. I will be checking in on Sunday if necessary. I will make an update on Sunday, and I again will be checking in on Monday. So for sure, there will be an update on Monday, and then Sunday would be kind of like, hey, this is going on. We better pay attention. All right. Have a great long weekend. Enjoy the day off on Monday and We'll see you all later.